All right, so let's show you some stuff here. So what I think is happening with you is I think you're gonna have you have currently two different symptoms happening. I believe I would call this two different injuries that are happening. So the first thing I'll tell you about the shoulder joint, we kind of understand that it's a ball and a socket, right? So we kind of have like this ball that sits on a golf tee type thing. And what I've noticed is like in your condition, you had let's just get rid of this. When you lift it up and stuff like that, you started to get that grinding right underneath this joint right there, right? So that's kind of lifting up. That's not the painful part. Is like that symptom is that what you said is like it's the pinching part, right? It's probably like very pinpoint tender right there, which is what I think is like happening right there. So what is it? What is it actually going on? So let's add some of the soft tissue muscle and stuff like that. So going to show you some stuff. So in this position, we have what we call the subacromial bursa. That means underneath the bursa. If this is the roof and this is the floor, in between here runs that that bursa, and back here runs that supraspinatus tendon, which is like the rotator cuff tendon. So to do things like this, and then bringing it across, that tells me that you're having what we call an impingement type of syndrome, where lifting up overhead, doing stuff like this is probably not so bad, but like going like this or like out kind of hurts. That typically slams that joint down. So pretty much what happens is that this ball and socket somehow is rolling up too high and pinching that area. It can cause some grinding. Usually the grinding in there is just like that being rolled up, and that's why a lot of people have pinpoint tenderness like right there, is because it's pinching the bursa, pretty much a fluid-filled sac that gets a little irritated from all that pounding that it takes. Going across closes this down, which is why it kind of hurts to go across and like reach across and reach out. But going like this way usually is not so bad. So I think you're just kind of like you said.
If I relay on this side and this arm's hanging, it hurts. But if I put a pillow and support it, it feels better.
Yeah. I don't know if we can say truthfully, is this a rotator cuff injury? Is this a flare up as a result of maybe, past injury and then you rolled onto it wrong? Possibly, but I could just tell you that you probably strained out the rotator cuff and now it's pinching to the point where there's enough inflammation. That's what I think.
It's really all in this area too, like so part of my neck, muscles, and all that, shoulder.
What came first, the shoulder or the numbness?
Well, I'm not sure, because the numbness is something that's been occurring for a number of years now, but it's not constant.
Got it.
It's just sporadic.
So let me show you. So typically, when we're talking about neck injuries or anything like that, we can pinch. I think you're getting a little bit of a pinched nerve that goes down into the arm. If we follow these nerves, they all go down into the arm. And typically when we're talking about the radial, or these fingers, but on that side, we're talking about the radial nerve that goes down into this area. So we can kind of follow it all the way back. And then if we kind of follow this all the way back up.
It's all twisted and tangled in my shoulder.
Yep. See how it kind of goes all through here? So, and then we continue to follow that all the way through. We'll see it all the way through here, here, and here. So what came first? Did this happen or did that happen? I can't really say. Maybe you rolled onto its shoulder and now you're starting to like protect it.
I've been hit by a car once on a bike. I've been hit by a car once on a skateboard.
Jeez.
I've fallen on my skateboard. Wow. I've fallen on my bike. I haven't been nice to my body, but I'm not like rough on it. I'm definitely not pro.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not pro and take the spills that pros take.
Yeah, but you're either way.
But I'm 47 years old. It's been a couple years since I've fallen, but I'm not getting any younger.
No, and I think it could be anybody who takes any spill whatsoever can have this. And I think if you rolled onto it wrong, you maybe pinched the shoulder, and now you're starting to use your neck a little bit more, and now it irritates an old injury. Now you have kind of two things going on at the same time. That's what I think happened. Or did the neck start first and then, you know what I mean? I don't necessarily know, but I can just tell you where you're at right now, where I think it's at.
Well, my neck's always been a little stiff, but it's just been achy lately.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So I think
I've always had issues with, turning and stuff.
Yeah. So I mean, I think this is what kind of flared that nerve thing up. So we'll try to work a little bit of the shoulder, a little bit of the neck, a little bit of that arm and everything, and try to free up everything and maybe dull down some of those symptoms today. You know.
Very cool.
Any questions for me?
No.
All right, so let's.